partners and our Facebook guests. Hope you are all well and safe wherever you are, and we thank you for spending this morning with us. The past year, as mentioned by Jamie, or maybe 2 more years, has witnessed the acceleration of technological innovations to support remote working, none more so than the tools that enable collaboration on a local and global scale. So these communication tools have helped to keep schools in sessions, families connected, and facilitated digital transformation in business. Work is no longer defined by the office space, as mentioned by Jamie a while ago. And we anticipate the continued growth of hybrid working, and hybrid working models, and predict a transition from traditional offices to more dynamic and collaborative business centers. This will in turn improve employee experience, because at the end of the day, all this is really trying to bring us together, making it more palatable for us to work together collaboratively, and hopefully this one will really get us to the next envision of office space. So video conferencing and collaboration platforms are playing a critical role in helping employees to stay productive, efficient, engaged, and connected wherever they are. So at Lenovo, we continue to look ahead and understand the importance of maintaining these connections, which I believe is very important, especially now that we have or been wanting, to meet with our office mates or even friends or even loved ones. And such technology help us mitigate that longing. So like for us at Lenovo, we normally use, of course, Teams and video conferencing or collaborations just to see each other. Sometimes we open our cameras, sometimes, of course, we just talk. But this technology has helped us, more than anything, to keep us at least aware of each other. So at home or in our redesigned meeting offices, like the Lenovo ThinkSmart, which my friend will be delivering later on, delivers intelligent solutions to meet the variety of conferencing needs. Secured, of course, by ThinkShield and powered by the 11th Gen Intel V Pro platform, designed to deliver high performance and comprehensive hardware-based security features. So, wow, that's a lot of words, actually, technical words. But anyway, I don't want to steal the thunder from our speaker, Ralph, so who will show you and present more on this collaboration innovation from Lenovo. So let me bring back to our host, Jamie. And again, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome here. All right, I hope my audio is good. You can hear me well, loud and clear. And good morning to my media's partners, Facebook friends. So if you are in the Facebook, do like and share. So we are in the new gen. So we hope to have more viewers from the Facebook, from the media platform to come and view us. So thank you. So making sure that you have a cup of coffee in front of you, and then we can start with the session. So go ahead with the slide. Thank you. All right, so we are here today for the ThinkSmart course series media launch for Philippines, and very excited to be here. So I think you know that hybrid work will be here to stay, all right? And then as companies and all the staff is trying to prepare for all this, to return to office. And I also understand that COVID situation is also impacting Philippines, the livelihood of the peoples and things like that. So I hope everyone is taking this time to really stay safe, maintain a safe distance, all right? And then there is also certainly many space that we need to evolve, adopt, and to support the hybrid work. So it is important not to lose the momentum and engagement with your colleagues, your partners, and your customers. And also some of the times when I go to Philippines, I meet partners and customers. We like to have coffee, discuss over the coffee, Starbucks and things like that. So making sure that everyone stays safe, but we still need the engagement to carry on. All right. So as you also see is that Microsoft is constantly adding new features to their Microsoft Teams. So we are also here to help out on this whole thing in terms of providing the edge device to supplement the whole how we work from home and things like that. All right, can we move on to the next slide? So we are very excited to launch the first modular conference room collaboration device, okay, targeted for all segments, whether if you are from Global's account, all the small, medium business, all the education sector, healthcare, all the different FSI, all right? So this is one of the first Lenovo certified Microsoft Teams all-in-one modular kits that we have launching today. All right, and this comes with one Raven black color. All right, so this will ensure that you get the best of the class, and then a very sleek and nice looking conferencing device in your meetings room, or if not, it could be somewhere in your house on that level. All right, so we are looking at pre-orders to start around October. All right, do check out with the local teams on more of the details on the orderings and stuff like that. All right, next slide. Okay, so with the first modular unified communication device, we actually come out with two offerings to take it to the market on that offering. All right, so you can see that we actually have the full core room kit series that customer partners can just order one single part number, and then they actually get the full kit from Lenovo. Okay, and then you just set it up, sign in with the Microsoft creditants, and then you'll be able to join into your meetings on that perspective. The other side of it, we also think about having the core and controller. So on that approach, on the route to market is that because due to some of the complicated setup like boardrooms and meetings room from the customer side of it, all right, they might prefer to use some of the more advanced camera like the PTZ camera, pan tilt zoom, on that level to actually do a wider coverage of the meetings room. Some of the meetings room are larger, and then if not, some of them to reuse with some of the existing AV equipments in the meetings room, and you can actually go with this core plus controller to leverage the best of the investment of what you have in your meetings room to tackle on that perspective. All right, okay, next slide. So what is included in the package? So for the core full room kit, so what you get is the core, which is the compute, and then of course you might be thinking that this is also the computer, the brain of the hearts of this whole thing. All right, and it comes with one HDMI input for you to send your content to your far end participant. All right, and also the controller on that perspective for you to control the system while you make calls, dial out, or whoever you want to dial to. Right. It also comes with a ThinkSmart camera, which is up to a 4K resolution. Later we have more details of the specs that you can actually refer to. Right, and also comes with the ThinkSmart bar. You can treat it as a sound bar on that perspective. All right, and with two extended mic port. Okay, and it comes with also the premium support for 3 years warranty. And this is one of the best that you can get in the market for the conferencing device. All right. Because typically, if you look at the traditional video conferencing, it's only 1 year. So we actually inherit this premium support 3 years from the laptop side to the UC conferencing side of the device that we are actually having. All right. So customers, partners can leverage this premium support on 3 years next day on site if they have any challenges with the hardware on that perspective. All right. And then lastly but not least, the ThinkSmart Manager Premium. So this is a software that it comes with included bundle for your 1 year included on that level, so you can look for more better management of your room devices. So later part of it, we have more details to cover that. All right, and then whereas if you look at the core plus controller, what you get is the compute and the controller. All right, so definitely you will pair it up with your cameras. We have some of the do check out with the team, because we have tested some of the integrations with like some of the well-known brands like Jabra, Poly on that perspective that you can use in your meetings room. If not, the well-known is Logitech, which is certified in the Microsoft Teams page. All right, so and this set also comes with the premium support for 3 years and also 1 year of the ThinkSmart Manager Premium license included. Okay, yeah, so we can move on to the next slide. Thank you. Yeah, so in terms of the spec, all right, so more in details, it's a ThinkSmart branding. All right, so it comes with the premium finish, very sleek, very nice looking. All right, vPro certification included, and it's of the latest Tiger Lake chipset i5. All right, and so that we can actually have a longer life cycle to be the most fastest, allow you to do the conferencing on that level. 8 gig memory and 256 SSD drive. Okay, also come with wireless support, but we do recommend that you plug in your LAN port to do video conferencing. That's the go-to recommended approach. All right, and later we will show you some of the pictures of the integrated cable management with our product development team has actually put a lot of thoughts into that. Okay, and also like one input of the HDMI ingress for you to plug in or send in your content through the HDMI port, and then you can also hook up to 2 display. It could be any of the, or even 2 projectors, depends on your setup, how big the room is, or it could even be 1 display. All right, and then also the USB ports, just like what if you're getting the full kit, you definitely need the USB ports to plug in your cameras, the ThinkSmart cam, the ThinkSmart soundbar, all right, on that level, and also comes with the standard power on that whole thing. Not forgetting, it also comes with the Versa mount at the back of the compute. So this will allow you to mount it at the back of the TV or below the table on that level. So you can have a very sleek, modern looking conferencing table, or depends on how you want to do it, even at your house. All right, so everything right now, because it's a standard on the Versa mount, so like, you know, everyone works from home, they invest in the monitors. Okay, so the monitors also come with the Versa mount of the 4 standard size of the mounting. All right, so we also have that at the back of our compute. Okay, and then also a reset button, so we actually make it very tiny, which you actually probably need the test band to actually put it, because we also don't want the user to meddle around or to on off the system in that way. Okay, and also come with constant lock, so that you know you protect your investment, people don't take it away on that level, because these are corporate, or if not your properties on that level. Okay, and I also touched on the premium support earlier just now. All right, so lastly, also very importantly, that you can find this ThinkSmart Core certified in Microsoft website. So I actually provide a screenshot on that right hand corner. All right, so okay, so we move on to the next slide. Thank you. Yes, so this will give you a more perspective of how the core looks like. So it's very sleek and also very silent when you put in the meetings room, the conference room, or depends on where you are. All right, so you don't actually hear the loud noise, and it's also we design in such a way that it's not so heat. The heat dissipation is much more better in the way. All right, because we have actually designed this is kind of the third product that we have on that level. So we actually have a lot of experience based on that. The first 2 one, and then now this is the third one that we are coming up with, which is different from the first 2. Okay, next slide. And then this is where I mentioned about the core integrated cable management. So this will allow that when you actually mount it, whether it's for the Versa mount at the back of the screen or below the meetings room table, all the cables is tightly attached. All right, and everything is very neatly set up, so that this will give you a very professional look in your meeting room setup, in such a way that when your partners, customer come and visit, it's all neat and clean. Even mounting at a home, you also want the cables to be neat and clean. So that is where the R&D actually put a lot of approach design on that level. Okay, yep. So next slide, please. Thank you. And also, like as I mentioned, it comes with the Versa mount at the back of the base of the compute. All right, or typically if you have been into the video conferencing industry, we call this the codec. All right, so the new name we call it the compute on that level. And then it comes with the mounting plate. All right, so you can actually mount it, depends on how you want to mount it. It could be at the back of your monitors, and the screws is all comes with a whole complete package. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so this will provide a schematic diagram or the port configuration of how you actually connect up this system. So anyone's, just get this device, they can set it up in no time, like probably half an hour, just plug and play, just like a PC. It's different from the traditional days that, wow, so many cables, it's so complicated. So trying to make things much more easier that everyone can, without any technician on site or whatever, everyone can do these simple things, hook it up, and then you can use it in no time. All right. So definitely you can see that the controller, right, you can just plug into the USB-C, the cameras, you plug it in to that port of the USB, and then the monitors, definitely you need it on that perspective. So it could be 1, it could be 2, or it could be 1 large display or monitors and things like that. So want to make it simple, and not forgetting that if you have inquiries, do let us know, because we also come up with some of the videos to teach you how to set up through the YouTube. All right, so reach out to us, we can show you the link on that level. Okay, next slide. And a little bit more on the touch controller spec is that definitely with the core is a premium finish. All right, so the controller, we also did that in a way, and it comes with the IR sensor. Okay, so meaning that because all these equipments you'll be running 24/7, if you install in office. All right, so during maybe after 7 p.m, we could be home and no one is using the system. So the system could actually, the touch panel will actually dim. And then the next day when somebody comes in, with the IR sensor, it sense somebody is near enough, it will turn back the screen on again. So it's kind of energy saving in that perspective. All right, and it doesn't burn out the screen. Okay, same thing, it comes with Kingston lock, so to protect the touch panel, so people doesn't move this away on that level. And it's a 10.1 inch screen size. All right, so you can easily, touch the icons as to where you want to make calls to, or you want to share the content, or who you want to dial to in a very nice, seamless manner. Okay, with a 1280 by 800 resolution, and importantly, is also having the anti-fingerprint and anti-glare, so that whether you view it in 30 degrees angle or 60 degrees angle, you are getting the best of the view. All right, and then also after you use it finish, you don't see the fingerprint that is doesn't give the premium design or the look on that. So definitely we put a lot of consideration even with the panel design. Okay, and also this is a wired screen that will actually connect to the compute on that level, so that people doesn't move around. And maybe another question that the media might ask is like, why don't design in wireless? Because this is the first product, we want to get it right. We want the user to have the best experience. Okay, so that because sometimes wireless you might not lost the connectivity. Okay, so then the user or the secretaries in the meeting room might get a little bit panicked. All right, so we just come up with the first version to have a wired version. All right, then we will see the feedback and how we can improve on that. All right, next slide. Okay, so and also while we're talking about all these things, so the very important aspect is also the camera. So this will be one of our cameras that provides photo tracking and zooming on that level. All right, so and it gives you 100 degrees horizontal field of view. All right, so it's 4K resolution, but when we connect up to the Microsoft Teams, so currently the resolution supported currently is up to 1080p, which is full HD. So definitely with Microsoft improving on the resolution or the scalability, and this camera will also be scaled at the same time that you have this camera, you don't actually have to change it. All right, and also it comes with all the AI built-in artificial intelligence when you use it with our ThinkSmart manager software, which I will touch on later. It also gives you the human count perspective in the meeting room. So this is one of the very nice features to have it. That example, the use case is like maybe because of COVID situation right now, right? Typically, we recommend how you use it is like right now the meeting room can host up to 6 for small, but because of COVID, we need safe distancing. We limit up to 3. All right, and then at the same time, if anyone books the room, comes in exceed the number of more than 3, and then the IT manager or the recep can actually access the ThinkSmart manager software to check that this session who is using that, and then maybe warn the user or whatever, tell him that you already exceeded the safe distancing of the COVID situation. So we just try not to do that and keep everyone safe. All right, so we actually have the AI feature built in. Of course, you can turn it off. That features depends on how you use it. All right, not forgetting that this camera you can also attach to our normal laptops to use it at the house. All right, if some of the bosses want to use it, this give a very good resolution of a 4K. Even at home, sometimes you want the auto zoom in and tracking features. Okay, next slide. Thank you. Yeah, so coming almost to the last part of these, the core components. All right, so this is the bar itself. All right, so is the sound pickup. Okay, so the soundbar itself comes with 2 extended mic port. All right, of course, it built in with the DSP so that it doesn't have the noise. For video conferencing, it's also very important to have the noise cancellation. All right, and also to cover for large room on that perspective. All right, of course, you can also pair it up with it has Bluetooth features built in, so you can also play music or whatever when, after work you can have a little bit of recreations. And I know Philippines like to sing, and I love to be part of that environment too. So I miss that vibrant, the atmosphere. All right. So so this is what it is, and this soundbar you will definitely typically mount it below the TV screen, okay, and then maybe slightly on top of the soundbar itself. You mount the cameras, okay. So you can refer to the specs later. All right. Next slide. Thank you. So to give everyone a little bit perspective of the teams itself, so definitely the core kit itself, the full room kit, all right, is a hardware. So on top of that is the Windows 10 IoT version, and we also is come pre-installed with the Microsoft Teams Rooms software. All right, so this will just give everyone a view at currently the latest version at the right hand corner is 4.9, but when it's factory shipped out is at least at 4.8 version, so that when you get a kit, you can just sign in and then you can do the updates automatically on that perspective. At least this will give you a reference that sometimes we do get a lot of inquiries, what is your MTR preload versions and what is your Windows version on that level. So just to share with everyone. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so this is one of our latest ThinkSmart Manager. So it's a software based on the cloud. All right, give everyone a single pane of management for the meetings room. So we will recommend it customer having 2 or 3 or and above of the meetings room, that you can actually use this software to actually manage it over the cloud, because the IT, they themselves could be working from home, so that they can use this software to manage through the PC or the mobile devices. So there's actually apps to download for the Android phones or the mobile, the Apple side of it. So you can actually log in, and then you can check the status of the meetings room every day early in the morning, 8 a.m. you can check in the status of the room. So if anything, you can maybe dispatch somebody to check on the room itself, whether the room is not functioning well. All right. So it also gives you certain perspective as to the usage of the rooms, whether it's underutilized or overutilized. And also just now I mentioned that if you are using with our ThinkSmart camera, the whole system, it also gives you the perspective of how many people is inside the room during that session, during the day, that time. Okay. So this is a cloud software. All right. So you can also do mass provisioning and also do reboot. And the best part is also if you are using the Microsoft certified cameras like Logitech, all right, which most of the time this is the go-to standard. All right, we are also able to manage that the software upgrade of the Logitech camera through this portal. You can do scheduling updates on through these portals. All right, so do reach out to us for more information. All right, next slide. So as mentioned, this gives you the benefits of the different licensing tier. As if today you are getting the core, it comes with 1 year of the ThinkSmart Manager premium license of the functions. So I already touched on some of the key aspect, the key features that you're looking for, especially the Logitech cameras that you can do the firmware upgrade. All right, analytic dashboard. Okay, and also some of the configuration, you can access it, monitoring even for IT. If the system is down, you can actually receive email through SMTP in your mailbox that which system is actually not functioning well. So this gives IT a very easy way to manage the system. All right, as the AV and IT is merging together, so IT actually dominating this whole portion, and they want a single pane of dashboard. Okay, all right, next slide. Yeah, so this is to give everyone another closer look of the whole ThinkSmart Core series. All right, so this is what we have. So I really hope everyone will like the look, the aesthetic, the design of this thing is very sleek, and this is one of the Lenovo very proud moment for the smart collaboration team that we actually have an all-in-one that we can address the market, go to market at these tough times. All right, next slide. Okay, so this is after some of the view that how you can actually do a typical deployment. All right, of course, you can also mount the cameras on top of the soundbar. That will actually give a better viewing angle while it capturing the room people and then sending to far end angle. Because sometimes if deploying a little bit too high, the angle might not be the best fit. But definitely this will give you a sample outlook of how you can actually do a small mock-up in your small meetings room, or if not your house, your TVs. You could be having a conferencing with your friends, your partners on that level. All right. Okay, next slide. And also, like today, we have talked so much about the Microsoft Teams version, which this ThinkSmart core is running on. Okay, so you might be having questions. So how about right now some of the popular video platform, the conferencing platform? How about Zoom? How about WebEx, Cisco WebEx on that level? So of course, you can also join into the conferencing as long as you invite this guy in through their email or the sign in of the device itself. Then they will be able to join. Even this is a Microsoft version, so definitely you can call to Microsoft users internally, and you can join into externals meeting running on WebEx platform, Zoom on that level. Okay, so the interoperability is there. All right. Okay, next slide. And I believe this is my last slide. All right. So this is to give everyone a perspective of Lenovo Smart Collaboration Inc. has come not a very long way, but we are still constantly innovating. Okay, we are investing on this team. All right, having more products to help everyone, our customer, our partners. Making sure that they are working from home, they have the best gears on that level. So like we also have right now the ThinkSmart Hub, which is an all-in-one. This device, a lot of people like it and even won the Red Dot Award on that. So you can also see the link is there. Of course, this is just a single Smart Hub itself, and definitely you can add on the ThinkSmart Cam, ThinkSmart Soundbar to have a complete room solution offering. All right. So of course, I touched on today, this is the launch of the Core Bus Controller, Core Full Room Kit, and then the software. If you buy the Core Full Room Kit, you will get the 1 year of the premium license that you can manage your system. If you're keen, you can reach out to us. After the first year you like it, you can buy the second year, third years, all the way up to 5 years. So the licensing is like annually per device subscription. Okay. And then also like some of the ThinkSmart View that we're addressing for some of the market that is 8-inch Android devices. All right. So I think I have come to the end of my presentation. I hope everyone is okay with my presentation, and hopefully this will actually help you and let you know that Lenovo actually have a smart collaboration device to address not just laptops. And I know we have done very well in terms of the laptops in everywhere. So we hope to bring more products to help the friends in Filipinos on that level. All right. So thank you.
Good morning and hello once again, Sir Edward.
Good morning, Jamie.
Okay, now I'm so excited to ask the questions that we have from our participants this morning. Once again, key them in the chat section on Facebook or on MS Teams, because we want to address them for you while we have our team of experts here. I have some questions myself. So I was just wondering, what is it that the team is trying to bridge, I suppose? What market gap is the team trying to bridge when they thought of ThinkSmart Core? Who would like to answer this question? Sir Edward or Sir Ralph?
Okay, so I'll give my 2 cents actually, Jamie. In fact, if you have seen the slides from Ralph, it's really more of meeting rooms collaboration, putting up your meeting rooms, for example. But for today, we cannot do that because we're still, majority of us are working from home. However, some of those capabilities, or I would say innovation, is something that we probably haven't seen from other vendors, although maybe they have their own take on it. But for us, if you look at the whole technology, it's actually a PC.
Mm-hmm.
So it can also expand to that. No, you're not limited to just doing this collaboration piece. However, the thing that I can notice there is the management. For example, your IT is out, and then you're using the collaboration meeting room, and you need help. That can also be done remotely by your
I
IT.
love that.
So it's basically combining all, not just being a standalone thing when you do your conference, but also helping. We employed some technology or software or firmware that can help maintain it. At the same time, we're offering the latest and greatest terms of Intel technology, and of course Microsoft IoT OS. So I guess today, because I've seen this before in another country, but it wasn't really used as much. So with this collaboration or ThinkSmart Core, it gives you more flexibility and more expandability, so to speak. No? Because if you saw the connections, you can have different monitors. You can connect maybe a keyboard as well to make it a PC. So yeah, that's how I see it. No, moving. If ever we go back to our normal or the new normal, they say. Ralph, anything from you?
Sure. So as per what I see, the market is like this is the new norm as to how we work from home. As you can see that Microsoft is putting a lot of investment in the Microsoft Office 365, the Teams, trying to make sure that everyone is working from home. And on that level, they are more towards software. And then on the hardware side, we are actually the partners on them working together side by side, so that we actually have a full story coverage to go to market. So this is the gap that we actually comes in to fill, so that providing some device, not just working from home. It could be, we also have some other device like webcam could be working from home, from the house or in the office in that perspective. Yeah.
I love that this really offers intelligent solutions, especially for conferencing needs, Sir Ed and Sir Ralph. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm in awe of the design and also how organized it can be. And as Sir Ed mentioned, the IT team, even if they're not at the office, can also remotely control and check on the status of the devices at the meeting room. So that's also fantastic. I'd also like to ask about some of the details in terms of the mounting of this device, because as mentioned, it's a great look, it's organized, and it's also wonderful in terms of the features it has. Now, what are the benefits of using the VESA mounting solution? Sir Ferdy or Sir Ralph, would you like to take this question?
Yeah, so I think I do cover a little bit on the VESA mounting. So on that level, is like VESA mounting is giving a standard, so that whoever is doing the deployments, whether for the meetings room or anywhere, they can use it as a standard template. On that, they can mount it on anywhere. So this gives them a very fast-track way to deploy this whole thing in a very short time. So because everything is like, we want to keep ourselves safe, set it up in a short time that we can get it to use, and then that's it. You're ready to jump into the call, say hello, have a cup of coffee. That's it. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I know you said that during your presentation. It can be easily set up. It takes just a few minutes. If I remember correctly, you said it can only take 30 minutes or so to set that up. And again, you have your choices as to how you want to do that. So another great feature there. Now, I know you mentioned also that in the Philippines, I don't know if this is just in the Philippines or Ed and Sir Ferdy, but the launch is in October. Am I correct? Did I catch that right, Sir Ferdy?
Actually, the products will be available by October.
Okay.
So currently we can do a pre-order for customers. So yeah, it will be available towards October or Q4 of this calendar year.
Okay, so October, so that's already next month, less than 2 weeks away, I believe. Now, Sir Ferdy, if they want to know more about this product, I know we have questions coming in. We're just gathering all of them at the moment. But if they want to know more about this online, even after this event, which resource could they go to? Or is there a way for them to test it out? Or do they have to wait till October to be able to do that? As I know, there are pre-orders already. So how can they know more about this or test it out, Sir Ferdy?
Actually, we'll soon be distributing the informations with our distributors and resellers. So customers can contact their preferred resellers to be able to quote. And in terms of demo units, I think Ralph will be able to help us on this. So I hope soon the demo unit will be available.
Okay, so I want to see this as well. I think this is such a great solution, especially for those who continue to have conferences. As Sir Ed mentioned, we still have actually a lot of industries who still work from the office and who still, have a lot of meetings. So this, I believe, will be a great device to have for them, right, Sir Ed?
Yes, James. And to add to that, if, for example, you are planning to change your look and feel of your office, because right now, I think more hybrid will be happening. So some of the companies today are downgrading, downsizing. So, and some of them are rearranging the way they plan their meeting rooms, their offices and all. So this is an opportune time for you to look up certain technologies like the ThinkSmart core when you are planning now. And I think we can help you there as well. No, one thing that I would like to mention are the clean lines, as is mentioned by Ralph a while ago on the VESA mounting. You can always keep this under the table or on the wall, and and make a clean line. No, so not so I would say too much on a table, for example. So you can really plan it out very well with this type of technology.
That's true. I love that. You know, I remember when I was working in the corporate world, Sir Edward, and it would always be, the conference rooms would always be a mess with all these wires and everything on the table just hidden somewhere. So I think that that's great that you can organize. And as you said, this is the opportune time for you to do that as you rethink how your conference rooms look. So again, think smart core.
At the same time, it also be some sort of a security, because as you know, as mentioned a while ago, IT can check, right? So, you have your camera on the conference room. So, nobody can just do something inside, right? So they have that facility that you can monitor, if you know what I'm saying. So at least that has the capability to really check the environment or the room itself, and hopefully secure it well,
I love that. I love that you can remotely check as well. And, as Sir Ralph mentioned earlier as well, we have work from home employees, and this includes our IT team. So wherever they may be, they can make sure that everything is great in the rooms. And as you said, secure in terms of the devices you have there. So a big thank you once again, Sir Ed, Sir Ferdy, and Sir Ralph. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up our discussion today? Would you like to invite them to check this out, Sir Ferdy? You've already shared a few details earlier, but we have our guests here. Anything to share with them before we say goodbye?
So again, guys, thank you for joining us today. So again, if you have any inquiries, you can also check our account managers from Lenovo, or even to me. So I'm always welcome to answer all your queries or needs in terms of this of this product.
Okay, thank you, Sir Ferdy. Thank you, Sir Ferdy. And Sir,
and also, we can visit our website for further information.
Okay. All right. Got that, Sir Ferdy. They can reach out to you or visit, of course, the website for more information. Sir Ed, you welcomed us as we started our event today. Do you have anything to share before we say goodbye?
Okay, just to keep it short. Again, we have given you innovations from Lenovo, and make sure to watch our next webinars in future, because for sure there'll be exciting new products coming in. And I also will be introducing one of our influencers soon, so please watch out for that. But just to end, Jamie, for return the floor to you, is we would just like to make sure that you guys are all safe. We always pray that everyone is well and safe. Please, just a reminder, if you need to go out, please wear your mask. If you have to, wear two, and your face shield. So because today it's still, I would say, we're not out of the woods. So just to make sure, if you don't need to go out, then just stay home. And hopefully make use of our Lenovo technology to increase, to make you more productive, more efficient, and engaged with your friends and co-workers.
Thank you, Sir Ed. Once again, very inspiring. Thank you also, Sir Ferdy and Sir Ralph, for joining us this morning and giving us the details of this amazing device that everyone can take advantage of. It is indeed time for us to rethink how we can continue to deliver in this current landscape. But as Sir Ed said, first and foremost, the Lenovo team is thinking of your safety, and that is why they continue to provide solutions that can keep you safe but still deliver in terms of your work roles. So a big thank you to the Lenovo team once again for sharing another device, yet another device that we can take advantage of.